What's up? Cindy, look at you, the first one in. I just turned it on and you popped right on in. What's up, girl? What's up? Hey. Thank you. Is it too loud? Should I turn it down just a little bit? Am I talking too loud? Trying to make sure I'm balanced. Thank you for sending the gift. Thank you. Is the music too loud though? I don't want it to be too loud. I need people to hear me. Sometimes I get tone deaf. What's up, everybody? Come on in. Come on in. We're about to get started. I know I've been out for a couple of days and not doing a live, but I have family come down. I enjoyed that. I'm learning how to enjoy holidays while missing a loved one. So this is new to me. And just as we've been talking about, for you guys, how do you navigate life? How do you navigate life, your new life without your loved one during the holiday seasons, right? So, Coach and I like to come on here and just get it crunk real quick. So, of course, for the ones that don't know that's joining in, thank you for choosing this platform to join in on. But this platform is about teaching self-love, helping you identify and get to the higher, better version of yourself, okay? It's all about you. Me teaching you as your coach how to be the better version of yourself, how to output that, how to take whatever negativity that's been in your life and this coming towards you in your life now and transmute it to make it positive, to make it work for your benefit. Because a lot of times people throw negativity at us and it shuts us down. It shuts us down, put us in depression, have us frustrated, have us with anxiety, have us with all these different things. But if you know how to transmute it, identify it, transmute it, then okay. But thank y'all for the likes. Thank you for the follows. I ask that you share and invite others to join as we talk today. I sound like a radio station. I got all that out because I want to get to the point. So as I was out today and I was just thinking, as the holiday seasons come, a lot of people are like, I don't celebrate this and I don't celebrate that because it's pagan and blah, blah, blah. And that's fine. It's totally fine. You celebrate what you want to celebrate and you do what you want to do and do what makes you happy. But in these times, which we call family times, this is the time that you get with your family and you spend family time. As the cold winter comes, as the wintertime come, as they say, you look for your cuddle buddy. And this is the time, if you don't have your cuddle buddy, this is the times that you realize that you're lonely, right? So how do you balance all these things and continue to love on yourself and put yourself first without falling victim to, I'm lonely, let me go find somebody. Let me put this on and put yourself first without falling victim to, I'm lonely, let me go find somebody. Let me put this on and put yourself first without falling victim to, I'm lonely, let me go find somebody. Let me put this on and put yourself first without falling victim to, I'm lonely, let me go find somebody. Let me put this on. Okay. Sorry, guys. I had to put my phone on do not disturb because I don't want nobody interrupting while I'm talking to y'all. So how do we navigate these times of being lonely? Because, a lot of us say, well, I like being by myself. I like being single because you don't have to deal with the chaos and the mess. And when you see all these people in relationships, right? And they go through the ups and downs, they back and forth on social media, telling their business, grabbing this person, talk about their significant other like a dog, and then they come back on. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the follows. Continue to share. And then they end up being back with that person. But in this moment, that for the ones just like myself that's single, how do you keep yourself afloat and you keep yourself focused and positive during these family times, lonely seasons, right? Well, this is how you do it. You pour into yourself. And how do you pour into yourself? A lot of people is just like, I keep hearing pouring to myself, pouring to myself. What does that mean? A lot of people don't understand. What does that mean? What does that mean to love on someone? Love on yourself? What does that mean? I get up, I do right by people. Everything that you do is a step for someone else. For me, I had for a long time, I would get frustrated. And Cindy, you can attest to this, because when I used to reach out, well, not reach out, but last year when I was finally going through my different things, my spiritual walk and growth, it was kind of crazy, because it's like I got on here every day and I did this, these videos, and I did everything that God told me to do, but I would then hang up and then I would be crying. I would be so in my feelings. And it's because I wasn't pouring into myself. I was still doing and operating in my purpose, which my purpose is to help others, teach others how to love, right? But I did not know how to pour that back into myself. So I was feeding others, but I wasn't feeding myself. And so in that time, I had to learn, and this was all a teachable moment. God was showing me he had to break me all the way down. And when he broke me all the way down, breaking you all the way down, meaning that you completely surrender. You just like, no, I'm not doing it. I can't do it no more. This is it. And you release control. You get out of the driver's seat, because you ain't doing a good job in the driver's seat. No way. Because if you was doing a good job in the driver's seat, you would have already been where you supposed to be, in multi-millionaire, billionaire status, or wherever it is that you're supposed to be in life. You'd already been there, but you're stuck here. So you got to release control. And that's what I had to do, is release control. I'm sorry, guys. I don't have a glasses. So if you guys do comment, if I don't respond, I'm sorry. But so what happens is you go through the different phases, you go through the different things in life, and you go through the different obstacles, and you meet the different people. You meet the, the good people, the bad people, the ones that you thought were good, and then they turned out to be bad. See, and you went through all that with your unhealed version of yourself and not pouring into yourself. You gave everybody the love from a place of, I see your potential, or I see the good in you. Well, do you really see the good in them? At the end of the day, I used to always say, I see good in people. I just see good in everybody. Well, that's because illusion was over my eyes. I never seen good in them. Nothing about them said that they were good. It's just that my heart wanted to believe that they were good. It was nothing that the person did that was good. They didn't do anything that was good. Matter of fact, they sucked. But because my heart, I treated people how I wanted to be treated. And that was the point. I poured into people that did not belong to be poured into. Thank you guys for the likes, follows, and shares. I ask that you invite others. So with all that, I had to learn that, wait a minute, my eyes, I had to go through this whole rebirth. And then I had to go get the surgical, go get surgery on my vision. And that surgery on my vision, meaning that I started looking at things with my spiritual eyes, understanding that I know that the enemy will throw an illusion on things. And I know that the enemy will entice me and make me think that all these things are good when it's not good at all. So with all that being said, in this season, in this family time season, in the holiday season, and everything that we got going on, how do you navigate, even when losing someone and going into the holidays, how do we navigate a new life without bringing people in because we need to fill a void and have comfort? And I said, well, you pour into yourself. And a lot of people think that pouring into yourself means mind your business, forgive people, just go on about your business, don't argue with people, don't do. That's not what that means. What it means is to pour into yourself is to understand that you need love. Everything that you're looking for, that love, that cuddle, that someone to give you the to give you the compliments, to tell you how good you look, so that you can feel a certain way. It's you that needs to do it. And that's when you pour into yourself. It's you that tell you what you need. It's not anybody else telling you what you need. It's you telling you what you need. It's you accepting the things that, it's so many women. You can have the most beautifulest woman in the world, and she'll have insecurities. You can have the most handsome man in the world, and he'll have insecurities. So don't look at people as, oh, they got it going on, and want to swap with them. That person is in their head all the time. Thinking like, well, if I could fix this, then I'd be perfect. When the other person is looking at them like, man, you so perfect. You know what I'm saying? And so just know there is someone going through something. I don't care if they are social media influencers. I don't care if it's Beyonce. I don't care. Guess what? She has flaws too. Because if she didn't have flaws, let's just look at one of the flaws. Let's just look at them. Remember when I don't know if anybody remember this. Remember when she cut her hair into a pixie cut? And she came on. Whether it was a wig or whether it was not. Whatever it was, she came on and introduced it to us. And it was everybody like, no, 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 no. We don't want that. We want what we want, what we're used to. And she switched it back. Because that was an insecurity. Because if that's what she really wanted, if that's who she really wanted to be, then guess what? She would have gave a damn what we thought. She'd have wore that. Because she'd have been confident in it. So don't think because. Let's look at Queen Elizabeth. She's a queen. She gets more respect than everybody. She gets all the respect. All the respect. Right? You know, it's not about looks. It's not about, you know, if she got the fancy. She can have whatever she wants. She could have been the fanciest person. She could have had the best of wigs. She could have had everything that she wanted. She could have did all that. She was confident with who she was because she stood on that. She understood her title. But take the title away. If you read about her, she was very insecure without the title. Because then she had to sit with herself. And sitting with herself, it was saying that, hey, you're a petite woman. You're not smarter than that person. You're not smarter than this person. You see what I'm saying? So everybody has their insecurities. Are you willing to accept yours? That's what it means to pour into yourself. To accept who you are. Change the things that you can change, but accept who you are. Change the things that you want changed, not what you want changed because you might fit in with society. So in this season, how do you get around that loneliness? Because it's getting cold outside. And y'all gonna want some booze. Men, y'all gonna want some girlfriends. Women, y'all gonna want some boyfriends. Then what y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna lock in. Because now you got a cuddle buddy and it feel good. It feels so good for him to rub all up on you. Wake up in the morning looking at you while your wig done shifted off. That old sour stank stocking cap sitting on top of your scalp. And he looking at you and you looking at him. Yes, sir. You get to see, you know, because he got a clean shaved head, but you get to see when it start growing in because his hair, all this missing right here, and he really got that hair like the George Jefferson. It kind of grows like this. All this is missing. You get to see all what it really looked like before he shaved his head because you in love. And then spring come and he out in the street or she out in the street, whichever the case is. Because it was a temporary fix in this season. It was a temporary fix. We all been there. I know I've been there. I done. You know what? I sit back and I'm like, some of the people I dated, man, and even when I dated them and I wake up with them, you know, on the side of me, I'm just like, man, what the fuck? What the fuck? What is this? What is this? Even though I'm looking at him, but because I didn't want to be alone, I'm like, all right, cool. That's my boo. That's my man right there. I like him a lot. I love him. I'm telling you, you sit and you be wanting it, right? But when you really wake up, you like, man, what is this? I don't like this guy like that. Or vice versa. Girls too. Women too. Men, y'all wake up to him and y'all like, man, I don't even know what this is laying next to me. But you know what? What Glorilla said? T-Pain said, I love her. Boy. The things we do when we're lonely. We're willing to accept anything, knowing it's not for us. Knowing it's not all about looks. Knowing that this person, you meet this guy, he's staying at his mama's house, grandma's house, in the basement, wherever the case may be. He's staying there. But because you see the potential in him, he's already telling you right off the bat, look, I ain't trying to do much nothing. Because if a man is staying with his mama, you best believe he ain't cleaning up nothing. He ain't got to do nothing. Majority of them, 9 times out of 10, mama do it all for him. Wash his clothes, still do everything for him. So he already telling you right off the bat when he tell you I stay with my mama, that mean I don't do nothing. I get catered to. And then you let him in your place. And then you like, okay. After a while, it's cute. And then after that, it's like, was you going to do something? No, he already told you he wasn't going to do nothing. Vice versa, same way with female. She jumping from place to place, getting evicted from this place, that place, staying with family, going over here, doing this, that, and the third, tagging the kids along here, that, and the third. And you think you about to be Romeo and come into her life and save her because you in a time of loneliness. You lonely. You feel a type of way and you want somebody, so you bring her in. And when you bring her in, it's cool in the beginning till her kids start tearing up your stuff, till she start running up your credit card bill. And then you like, yo, but she already told you that. She already told you that from the beginning. You already seen it with your own eyes. So that's what we're not going in with the illusion. We're not going into the illusion anymore. Not at all. Not at all. We want to stay grounded, right? And stay with what works for us and what is going to make us the best version of ourselves. We're not bringing in anything. Listen, knock, knock. Hello. We're not bringing in things that we have to stress about. We're not bringing in stress. We're not bringing in drama. We're not bringing in chaos. We're not bringing in any of these things. What we're bringing in is what is for us, what we have poured into ourselves. So let's take it as an example. So I have worked on myself. I have been working on myself for years, but in this last year, I've been really putting in serious work, right? And then in the last couple of months, it's been really, really put in on me. So, meaning that I have worked this hard to get where I am today. So I'm not going to let the season of loneliness creep up and have me feeling a type of way and make me want to go out there and play in the streets or bring someone here because I'm not filling the void with chaos, with low vibrational things. If it's not high vibrational, I don't want it. If it's nothing that's going to elevate me, I need it to elevate me to the next level. Do you understand? Nothing that you bring in your life should have you reaching back. You can't reach back when you're already up here in your life. Let's explain that. Because they talk about the crab in the bucket and all that. And I always tell y'all, always reach back. But pour into yourself before you pour into others. I am not reaching back down here and I got a void that I need to fill. I need to pour into myself. Why am I going to go backwards to find it? I'm not doing any of that. I'm not even going to look in my rearview mirror. I'm focused on what's ahead of me. And that low vibration is not, what's behind me is not going to get ahead of me because I'm already done set the pace. You can't catch me. Low vibration can't catch me. We're in a race. I'm winning. You can't catch me. Only way low vibration people and things can catch me is if I decide to slow down and let them catch me. Yep, it do. Hurt people, jealous people look and hang around and surround themselves with jealous people. And all those things, when I talk about low vibrational, what I mean by that is you can't approach Coach 9 in low vibration. Because everything that I say is going to be negative to you. Everything that I say is just going to be a thing to you because you're in low vibration. You're not even trying to break out of that. And then you're going to take what I say. You're going to take it back to see if you can get 2 more witnesses, because you're going to take the conversation we had and take it back to somebody else. And that somebody else, if you low vibrational, guess what? In that circle is nothing but jealous, hurt, envious people. And guess what they're going to do? They're going to cheer you on. And y'all going to look like 3 stupid dogs just sitting over there looking crazy. What was the cartoon? It was 2 stupid dogs, but y'all gonna look like 3. And y'all gonna sit there and y'all gonna have that conversation, and it's gonna bounce off of all 3 of y'all in that triangular effect, and it's gonna go absolutely nowhere, because that's where it needs to go, absolutely nowhere. You know how they say, send off evil spirits into dry places that they can't attach to anyone else? Well, that's the dry place. Listen to me very carefully. That is the dry place. The dry place is when it's in the circle with the nonsense people, the low vibrational people. So therefore, it's not going to go anywhere, because ain't nobody going to listen to that mess. It's going to stay right there in that circle that it cannot attach to anybody else. They can't throw it out. They can't take it no matter what they do. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let's talk about this. We'll get back on in the season of pouring into yourself. Let's talk about this. When people come for you, when people talk about you, when people gossip about you, you have to understand the people that's talking about you is beneath you. They don't have the things that you have. And for the ones that actually have nothing, right? You sit back, why are they talking about me? And I got less than them. Well, it's not that you got less than them. See, you don't understand how rich you are in spirit. That is what the issue is. So when people talking about you, don't be so quick to rush and try and fix it and say, oh, you a liar. You a liar. Y'all hurt me. Y'all did this. All you're going to do is bounce it back in that circle. And whatever you're saying, because the truth always sounds fake, the lie always sounds the best. So what's going to happen is they're going to bounce it back when you bring the truth. They're going to throw your ass up out the circle because of the fact you don't belong here. You trying to come up here with truth. To us, we low vibrational. That's a lie. You coming up in here with a lie. We don't like the lie. The lie is the truth, though. So they bounce it off of each other. You got to remember, when people gossip about you, they gossiping about you to the people that's on the same vibration as them. They gossiping about you about people that can't even go to the gas station and pump the same kind of gas that you pump. Do you understand? So stop being in such a rush to run and defend yourself. You don't have to defend yourself. What you defending yourself for? People gonna talk about you regardless. That's what they do. But what I need you to understand is that you better than that, and they are less than. That you're better than that, and they want to be like you. They want a destiny swap. Let's talk about destiny swaps, since everybody wants to talk about they want a destiny swap with me, and they look at it like it's such a spiritual thing, like it's such a taboo thing, like it's doggone voodoo, like it's hoodoo, whatever it is. They want to talk as if it's that thing, but it's not. Let me explain what destiny swapping is, because it happens in your own family. It happens with your siblings. It happens with your cousin. Hell, it even happens with your own spouse, because that ain't your spouse you're supposed to be with. But that's another story. Book a session with me. But see, it happens with those type of people. What happens is this with the destiny swap. If they can cast the illusion of you and have you think that you're not that important, like your ideas are not that important, like you're not good enough, like you're not all these different things. That's what destiny swap is. I'm gonna cast an illusion over you so you cannot see the greatness in yourself. So therefore, now all your ideas that you just gave me, now I'm going to take those ideas and I'm going to become the you. But the problem is, with you becoming the me, you can't become the me, because you got to have the idea, and then you got to have the vibe, and then you got to have the swag. So if you ain't got all 3 of them, see, even with the Trinity, you got to have the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. In order to use my gifts, right, you have to have the idea, the vibe, and the swag. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't have my glasses. But so that's what you have to do. You have to have all that. So if you ain't got all 3 of them things, it ain't gonna work. No, you can swap destinies with me all day, all you want. I don't care. It ain't gonna work. It's only gonna get you ahead in your little small-minded circle. And that small-minded circle, that's where it's gonna get you to. And they're gonna think you're smart. When they see you, they're gonna be like, oh my God, he's so smart. Let me take notes. Oh, she's so wise. Let me take notes. Really? Take notes. Because if you take it outside of your low vibration and in your circle, then guess what? It ain't going to go nowhere. It's not going to land. It's not going to stick. He's going to throw it. She's going to throw it, but it's not going to stick. Go and take it back down in your circle. You got to understand, when you start being the best version of yourself, just like with the TikTok, they say on this side of TikTok, on that side of TikTok, when you start being the best version of yourself, you on a whole nother side of the world that they know nothing about. Understand your value. These people that drag you and talk about you and do all these different things to you, that's on their side of the world. I'm on a whole nother side of the world. I don't know what's going on over there, and I don't care. And that's why you cannot go around trying to justify and defend yourself. Defend yourself for what? What are you defending yourself for? They wouldn't get it no way. Listen, you got people like, okay, I know someone that got a life insurance, right? And everybody like, oh, he spent up all the money. He spent up all the money. He done spent up all the money. And I said, okay. He spent up all the money. Let's calculate. Did he buy a house? He bought a house. Did he buy a car? Yeah, he bought a couple cars. Okay. So what did he spend the money on? What did he blow the money on? If he has invested his money on some things, why are you saying he blew the money? Because y'all on two different sides of the world. See, you're on two different sides of the world. But let's talk about it. Let's talk about you PPP loan holders. Now, that's where you blew the money. The ones that took the money, went and got all the nice cars, went and got the purses, went and got the fancy clothes, went and got all these things. And after it's over with, and when they put you on the warrant list or whatever list it is, when they did all those things, you have nothing to show for it. You didn't even have common sense to open up the real business for real. I mean, you did an EIN number for it. You should have just opened up a business. Should have had a V8. Not very smart, huh? But when you're on two different sides of the world, you see things totally different. You see things totally different. Okay? So I'm never going to understand, but see, I'm well-rounded. I can go to the projects hangout. I can go to the White House hangout. I'm just well-rounded. I'm one of those type people. I can fit where I need to fit because I didn't grow up. I wasn't always this way. I had to grow into the person that I am. I grew into the person I am through trials, through learning different cultures, through going through things. My life is a testimony. So I get it. But I also understand that I don't need to go over there to the other side to justify myself. Come on now. So all y'all who family talk about you, I'm talking to the people whose family's sick, gossip about them. I'm talking to the ones that no matter what you do, you keep trying to get ahead and people keep pulling you back. I'm talking to the ones that I ain't got much, but every time I turn around, they jealous of me. I'm talking to the ones that feel like, listen, whatever I've been working on, it ain't working. It's like this person could get rich and I'm sitting here. Listen, let me tell you how this works. You stop worrying about people. You stop worrying about what people got going on. You stop worrying about how can I get this done? How can I get that done? Well, what you need to worry on is just focus on you. I want you to just try for one night. Go inward, meaning that shut it all off. Put them kids in the bed. Tell the man, shut up. Tell that woman, hey, I ain't got time. Listen, don't you tell your man, shut up. Don't do that. Don't do that. I get excited. And next thing you know, y'all head between a doggone washer and dryer. Because y'all listen to Coach Nye. But what I'm saying is, sit and be quiet. Sit in a moment of quietness. And really think about, how did people treat you? Because you know the ones that people mistreat you, but you don't say nothing. Because you're like, you know what? I'm going to let God get them. I'm going to let God get them. I'm going to let God handle it. Yes, he's going to handle it. But he needs you to handle your part. And what your part is, putting the boundaries. Because what made that person feel comfortable enough to come say anything sideways to you? It poured through you. It came out your pores. it just reeks of, I have no boundaries. Treat me and talk to me any kind of way. Whole nother story. But I really want you guys to go inward, sit down and really think about it. The things that you've been through, acknowledge it. See, a lot of y'all don't even acknowledge y'all been hurt. A lot of y'all don't even acknowledge the fact that people disrespected you because you're so used to it and you're just like, man, whatever. I'm not even about to entertain that. A lot of y'all don't even understand that y'all been disrespected. Y'all don't realize that y'all been hurt. People mistreated you. People came for you, especially them strong ones. Let's talk to the strong ones that's just like, I don't care. I don't care what my cutoff game is good. Yeah. It sounds good. It sounds good. And you don't have to acknowledge it here in the comments. Please don't come in and say, I don't care, because I don't care if you don't care. But here's the thing. You ain't keeping it real, because when the lights are off, friends gone, wigs pulled off, suction suits off, as we talk about, everything lights off, everything shut down, that's when you're hurting. And then you close that hurt up with attitude. Give everybody your butt to kiss. Are you walking around like you strong? Like, I ain't got time for no man hurting me or no woman hurting me because I did. I'm this and I'm that. Well, actually, you're speaking from a place of hurt. So I know you've been hurt. That's why I don't even entertain with y'all. But you have to acknowledge these things. You got to acknowledge it in order to build boundaries and understand that people mistreat you, because you got people that come into your life. And a lot of times I didn't say anything. And the reason I didn't say anything, because I'm that type of person that, okay, I'm going to let you go ahead and hang yourself, shoot yourself, whatever, when it comes to, with me. Because I don't have time to argue. But at the same time, what I was doing is suppressing what was really going on. Because I'm really mad that they even thought they can play with me. But I'm not entertaining it because I don't even want them to think that I care enough. So when those lights are down, those lights off, and you're really going within, that's the type of stuff that you need to think about. Who hurt you? The things that people said that made you mad. Because listen, thank you for the follow. Listen, they didn't make you mad. They hurt you. Identifying your feelings, they hurt you. That person hurt you. That person hurt your feelings. They didn't make you mad. They hurt you. But now we got to figure out, why did that hurt you? Whatever it is that they did, why did it hurt you? Because I don't need you to react. Those are the things that you need to think about when you're sitting quietly. What happened? Why do you feel that way? Why do you feel hurt? Why, when that person said that, you became hurt? Those are the type things, because that's how you identify your triggers. When you identify your triggers, you can establish boundaries. And if you need some help with that, this is the book. Trinity Walk to Self-Love. This is on Amazon. It's on Walmart. It's on Barnes and Nobles. It's a couple of other places. Google it on Google. It'll pop up. It's Trinity Walk to Self-Love. Once again, I created this as a guideline to help others on their self-love journey. Yes, because it's so important to have someone that keeps it real. Hey, twin. It's so important to have someone that actually been through it. Don't tell me something if you ain't been through it. Don't tell me about what happened to you, right? You telling me what happened to you, but it don't match anything that I'm going through. It's not gonna, what happened to you is not helping me get, okay, that happened to me, that happened to you, but how did you get over it? Stop telling me your testimony. Give me the full story. How did you get over it? I need help. And that was the problem I had, to hear people say, oh, love yourself. Well, obviously, I thought I've been loving myself this whole time. I mean, I didn't know I wasn't loving myself. But now you're telling me I need to love myself. Well, what does that look like? What does that look like? What does it sound like? What does it feel like? Because I don't know. And a lot of people don't understand that they don't love themselves. It's so much going on. So let me explain to you. So what's going on in this season is all about love. It's all about love. The frequency is on love. Listen, love is the highest gift of all. It is from God. It is love. Love. Everyone is talking about self-love, but you got to understand one thing. The enemy will talk about self-love too. Because as just like y'all get on TikTok and get on the next trend or whatever, the enemy get on the next trend of whatever God got for us. So if God got for us to learn to love, the frequency of love before he come back, before it's the time, you have to understand what love is. You have to understand what all this stuff is, because he's coming in. And before he comes in, everybody needs to understand who he is. See, everybody think that it's going to be a thing of, just like, okay, it's social media. He's on the news. Everybody's talking about God. Everybody's talking about God. Everybody's doing this and everybody's doing it. No, stop being so surface level and reading the words. The black and white is so much bigger than that. It's a feeling. It's an emotion. It is a real frequency. It is a real thing. And when he come, this is what you need to be vibing on. And guess what the enemy gonna do? He gonna jump on that trend. Now, one thing I told y'all about the enemy, he gonna do his job. He gonna do his job at all times. We slack. We don't want to read our Bibles. We don't want to meditate. We don't want to talk. We don't really want to discuss things. We ain't trying to go to no house of worship. We ain't trying to really do nothing. We just asking God, please, God, give me this, give me this, give me this, give me this, give me this. But the enemy, not him. He is hip to the whole new, all the way round trend. Everybody, this is the time that the frequency has changed. Everybody, he done got his platoon. Matter of fact, he done got everybody in a formation, and he is briefing them out on what's next. What's next? This self-love thing. This is a real thing. They don't know it, but we know it, because we are the fallen angels. So we know exactly what it is. So here's what we need to do. We need to make sure we get on this trend. So we need to make sure we present it the same way that God will present it. But we need to put a twist on it, because I need them to believe that I am the self-love. And that's when you look in the Bible, it says people will become lovers of themselves, right? People will become lovers of themselves in the ending times. Ding dong. So now he has folks around here, I got self-love, and they become lovers of themselves. Missing the whole point. Versus lovers of themselves and loving themselves. Of themselves and loving themselves. Meaning that when you love yourself, you are going within, because the kingdom of God is within you. Everything is within you. So therefore, God is teaching you how to love. When you love yourself, you love him. You're created in his image. Well, what does the enemy do? Mr. Gone, I'm going to go ahead and delete you, because we on the roll here. Ain't nobody got time for your mess. We're not doing that. We're not going to do it. I'm not going to block you, but I'm just going to mute you. I ain't got time for it. So listen. So when you become lovers of yourself, right? This is the enemy. He says he's going to be a lover of you, being a lover of yourself. Meaning that I love me, that I'm not going to give into anyone else. I'm not doing this, and you become selfish. You become self-centered. You become all about me. Cindy, don't worry about him. That's what the enemy do. We got to let him do his job. So lovers of ourselves, lovers of ourselves, we're going to promote just be selfish. I love me more than anybody and anything that I can do. I'm going to do this for me. I'm not reaching back for nobody else. I'm not praying to nobody else. And those are the ones that start saying there's no God. There's the ones that say I'm spiritualist and that's just all it is. I don't believe in this. I believe in these different deities, and it goes on and on and on and sends you down a rabbit hole. See, that's the twist that the enemy gives. But when you learn how to love yourself, you're going within, because the kingdom of God is within you. And for that Timothy guy, it doesn't matter. I'm not preaching. I can't help it that it comes off that way. I'm a teacher. I am a life coach. So when you go within, you're going to find everything that you need to find. God is going to make it plain to you. Now, remember, as they talk about in the Bible, the things that you read, like I said, is just black and white to some people. They just read it and then they run with it. And it's just what it is. This is just what they say it is. And this is how it is. And it's not. It's so much deeper than that. When you get closer to God, those secrets will be revealed to you. But you got to go within. And in order to go within, let's just look at it like this. Let's just say this. Let's just talk like this. So let's just say the Holy Spirit, right, is part of the Trinity. And, as we always say, your spirit lives within, right? So he's here. Now, just imagine that you seen the Holy Spirit face to face. And you know that it's real. You done experienced him. You done seen everything about him. I mean, in the flesh, everything. And it's real, right? We just saying that it happens this way because some people got a hard time believing it. So now you understand who he is. And you understand how precious he is. That's why the Bible says don't grieve him. You can't mistreat him. You got to be gentle. You got to love him, right? So let's just say you really got to see him for who he is and you just, all right, cool. And now you got this spirit. You got the Holy Spirit right here. And now you're the protector. You're security over him. You're the security over him, right? He housed within you. Only then is when they'll realize how important it is to protect self because it's all about you now. It's all about you now. You have to go within, love yourself, and protect yourself enough that you can't allow the enemy or anybody negative or low vibrational to come in and touch the spirit. You can't. And that's how you got to look at yourself. Look at yourself because what lies within is your younger you, your inner you, your baby you, your inner child, right? Now you're an adult. Now that's your child. Your inner child has been hurt from childhood, whatever it is that happened. You're the parent now of that child. Let's just say it's a real thing. Look at the younger version of you, The one that you want to go back and give a hug to. The one that you want to love on. The one that you just want to treat the way that you wish the adults around you treated you. Now you have that chance. And you take and you house that within you because it lives within you. Now think about all the people that you are allow around you. Would you want those people and their vibes and who they are around that? Around something that that's you. Would you want that around? Would you want that low vibrational around this inner child that's been hurt? And now God gave you the chance as an adult to protect it, to bring it back and protect it. Would you allow anything around it? No, you wouldn't. But that's what healing is. That's what self-love healing is, to go back and heal that trauma. To understand who you are right now. To understand who you are as an adult. To understand your power. How powerful you are now. How to understand your purpose. To understand everything about yourself. And to go back in time to protect and heal that inner child. That's what self-healing is. That's what self-love is. That's how you have to look at it. Don't look at it as most people like, well, like I said, there's two types of self-healing. You got the enemy that jumped on the trend of what God has for us. And you got that one that's sitting around telling you, hey, yeah, love yourself and screw everybody else. How many times have y'all heard that? Screw everybody else. They wasn't there when you was down. Screw them. If they need help, you don't even spit on them if they on fire. If they need help, you don't even, man, whatever. You done been through the mud. You done took it. You done been through everything, and them people wasn't there for you. So screw them. It's all about you. You got to win. Those are the ones you stay away from. That's the self-love of the enemy teaching. But on a self-love that you want to heal and become the better version of yourself, and you want to be at a high vibrational and vibe high at all times, be the best version of yourself, you got to understand that, yes, I'm going to love me. And my job now, because I have awakened, my job now is to teach other people how to love, or other people how to treat me by me being who I am. It's not that you being no sucker no more, because they ain't gonna happen no more. We're not doing it no more. They're not going to be able to come in your life and talk that trash or do what it is that they want to do, or treat you how they treated you before. They're not going to be able to do that because we're not having it no more, because you have boundaries. You done been through it enough. You done picked yourself up off the floor. You done cried at night. You've been by yourself. You did all these things by yourself. So we're not doing it no more. So what we're going to do is we're going to teach love by giving love. Meaning that I'm giving it with boundaries. So I'm going to give you the same love. I'm not going to treat you how you treat me. What I'm going to do is just be the best version of me so you can see me. And then, yes, they're going to want to be me. But that's not my job, is to make them want to be me. My job is to do what I'm supposed to do. And then it makes them want to seek what's in me so that they can have that in them. And that is God. So that's it. All you do is light your flame and you walk through life. You got to heal, because you got to stop caring what people think and what people say. People are going to talk about you regardless. It does not matter what you do. It doesn't matter. Listen, your own family going to talk about you. Hell, your kids probably going to talk about you. But that's just what's going to happen. But you got to be like, okay, you got to be okay with that. You got to be okay with letting it be. A lot of people are going to try and humiliate you just because they feel a type of way. Let me talk to the ones that was like me. See, I didn't get at a lot of people that came for me. I didn't go fussing and acting a fool with a lot of people that came for me, because I knew that if I did this, if I went after the ones that came after me, then they're not going to like it. You know, it's going to be a big thing. It's going to be a problem. You know, it's going to hurt a lot of feelings, because I don't know when to quit. I can go overboard. So I would spare them and save them from me. See, I knew me. They didn't know me. So I was shut down. And what they thought me shutting down was they punked me. When in reality, I was shutting down because I might throw an uppercut. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. So I'm going to shut down because I need to make sure that I stay sane in this situation. And that's how you have to look at people. You know you. They don't know you. You don't jeopardize your peace to prove a point to them. Because at the end of the day, after they finish tearing you down, guess what they going for next? The old girl around the corner, somebody that they don't know, and they about to get in their business. Look how they do on TikTok. I keep telling my story on TikTok. Come on here and tell my story about, you know, how life treated me. Somebody's going to do a duet or a whatever cut in to tell my story that I just told. And then somebody's going to take that story and do a cut in on that one, showing me telling my story, her telling my story, and then the next person going to tell both of our stories. Do you understand? So is the truth ever going to get out there? Because you can't even take my truth. What I said is the truth, because I got two other people that put a spin on it because of something they heard. You have people that will judge you in the season that you're in, and that's why you have to learn to stop fighting with people who are trying to prove your point. Because here's the thing. You're talking about me in the season that I'm in, the season that I am in right now, but that's not all of who I am. See, I am way bigger than the season that I'm in right now. I might be in the season of healing right now, and then you come in and you just assume that my life is just all over the place, when the whole time I'm just in this season because I've been called to do something and I can't figure it out. Or I'm hurting in this season because I had to address some things that was going on in my life in this season, and you done judged my whole life off of this season. Man, you crazy. Your loss, not mine. So you problem, not a me problem. And then when you see me thriving after I come out of that season, you talking about some, man, you have grown. Man, shut up. What you mean I've grown? You knew me in one season of my life. What you mean I've grown? Are you glowed up? What you mean I glowed up? You met me in one season of my life. You met me in a hurt stage of my life. Last year was the worst year. I didn't lose my father last year, but that's when I had to finally deal with my father's death last year. I lost everything, crumbled. Everything crumbled. I went through a divorce, which that didn't bother me too bad. That it didn't have me broken down. However, it pissed me off because of how he tried to portray it. the lies. That pissed me off. But then in the mix of that, I'm trying to figure some things out. I got a friend, close friend that died. I got my father. I got to deal with his death. I got the holidays coming up. And I got people just trying me left and right. But in this season of last year when people met me, certain people met me, here's the funny part. I was really going through. They had no idea who I really was. So they may have met me in a season that I was trying to figure it out. Or God had pulled me to the side and said, hey, it's time for you to cut loose a little bit. It's time for you to go this way. And I went that way and I met people. But it was all lessons for me to be learned. It was for me to see things from a distance, from another side view. Meaning that when those people tried me, hey, don't you react. Do not react. Do not engage. See what it is. It was time for me to learn about my discernment and my powers. My gifts were being enlightened and it was time for me to see things. Had I would have reacted like I usually react, there would not have been any growth. I would not be sitting here. I would not have written a book. See, it was those times that he pulled me to the side because it was time for me to pull over because he had something much greater for me. He had things. He had people that he needed to match me up with so I can work with. He had people that I needed to teach because it was time for them to step into their power and into their purpose. For me, he thrust me into my purpose and I'm standing in my purpose sitting there like, well, what am I supposed to do now? And boom, he hit me with something. Boom, he hit me with something. This person come, that person come. And the problem was in that season of people meeting me, they thought I was weak. They thought I was naive. They thought I was slow. They thought I was stupid. They thought a lot of things about me, but none of that said anything about who I was. You don't know me. You don't know me. You know nothing about me. You know me in this season, but now I'm out of that season. Man, you looking good. I know I'm looking good. I was looking good before. It's just that now, see, the thing was, the veil has lifted. See, the illusions are going off of your eyes. Those illusions needed to be on your eyes because God was showing me something. He was preparing me for something. I didn't need any distractions. He needed everybody to see me the way that they saw me. Whichever way it was that they saw me, he needed them to see me that way. So when he lifted the veil, when he allowed me and he uncloaked me and he allowed me to just be like, hey, and I'm like, oh, I'm back to me. Now I didn't know you talked that much. I thought you was fine. I didn't know you was funny. I had one guy kept telling me, you need to lighten up. I think it's because you was in the military and you need to lighten up because, you don't know how to make a laugh. Bruh, you're not funny. I'm funny. You're not funny. I'm funny. You're not funny. Nothing you said is funny. Why would I laugh at that? Why would I laugh at that? You're stupid. Goodbye. Stay away from me. Ooh. Please move. I am not liking any of this. You're not funny to me. At all. No. But you're sitting here trying to tell me I need to loosen up. You need to get out my face. I don't like you. Why am I talking to you? But your mother decided to birth you. So come here. Let me talk to you. Let me help you out. Since you know so much. You got to tear them up sometimes. Send them on their way. Now they come back. Well, I didn't know you knew how to have fun. Shut up. Shut up. Shut uppeth. Stoppeth. I do. But at the end of the day, it's just you cannot judge people off the season that they're in. See, I had someone thought that I was just going to be a poor young lady. Listen, thought, well, she going through a divorce. She ain't going to be able to have nothing. She losing it all. The man never bought me nothing. I bought my own stuff. He never bought me nothing. Oh, let me take that back. He bought me a purse, some earrings. Get out of here. I can buy myself. The thing is, you judged me off of what you know. You know women that need a man to have the things that they have. You know women that after a divorce, they lose everything. You knew women that had nothing before they got married, but you didn't know me. You didn't know old Coach Nye. Hold on, let me put my puzzle together. I was the first woman probably that you've met that can flex the way I flex. See, you talked about me and I didn't get mad. And that was the thing. You have to learn not to allow people to make you mad. What you have to understand is, yes, that's because you're a flex. Of course they're going to talk about you. You're the best thing they ever had. Of course they're going to have a conversation about you. You're a flex. So why stress? You don't worry about what people got to say about you. In that season, what's up, Pop Smoke? Pop Hood? In that season, whatever you're going through in that season, when people judge you, so what? Don't you stop doing what you're doing to address it. Because God is teaching you how to be a king, how to be a queen. A king and a queen never come up off their throne to address nonsense. Do you understand that? People are going to be who they are. People are going to do what they do. People are going to say what they want to say. It is not your job to come up off that throne to address anything. You don't address any of that. I'm not addressing any of that. I don't care what you got to say about me. It ain't about money. See, people think that, well, I got to have a certain amount of money. It ain't about money. Listen. If only you knew. If only you knew. Everything I have is only by the grace of God. There is not a man, a person that did anything for me but God. Everything that I own has nothing to do with me. Because if it was up to me, I wouldn't have nothing. Yes. What up, country boy? Yes. I ain't got my glasses, so I can't really see. But yeah, so listen. People are going to judge you. People are going to talk about you. People are going to come for you. People are going to want to be your friend. They're going to come in. Listen, let me tell you something. They're going to creep up, come in, come hang out, come to your house, come sit around you, get to know you, stripe up a conversation with you, do all these different things just because they're trying to figure out how are you better than them. Don't ever forget that. And just because you don't respond and they think that, oh, I'm a juice this person about all this information, and it's not even the point that you juicing me about it in the conversation, because here's the thing, I knew you was coming anyway. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the gem, but I'm going to watch you fumble that too. See, because you fumbled me, and I'm going to watch you fumble that information too, because you're trying to be like me. You're trying to do the things that I'm doing and trying to live a lifestyle that I live, and you ain't never been through what I've been through. See, you got people that say, I can write a book. I done been through some stuff. Well, then write the book then. Because you see where I am in my winning season. See, I've been winning my whole life. Just did not know it. I've been blessed my whole life. Just did not know it. I shouldn't even be here. But through the grace of God. Jesus. But listen. The thing is, you want what I have. But are you willing to go through the fire that I had to go through? Are you willing to go through the things that I had to go through? See, people think that my life was easy. They just look at like, well, couldn't have been that hard unless I tell you. See, I'm not naive and slow, to sit and think that, oh, that person, they rich, they ain't been through nothing because, they hands are soft. They skin soft, they ain't been through. I don't put that past on. You never know what a person been through. And this is them. And everybody say, this is their winning season. They've been winning. This is the season that you're just not catching up to see. So you didn't see all the winning behind the scenes. You just caught up to the part where you see. You see. God took the illusion off of you so you can see. He took the illusion off your eyes so you can see now. So you can finally see. But that person been winning. Just didn't know it. Just didn't know it. So when you start focusing on, just allow people to, you focus on just you. Allow people to tell whatever story they're going to tell, because they're going to narrate your life. If they don't know what's going on in your life, they will always create a narrative about your life that'll make them feel comfortable about themselves. Remember that. If a person does not know what's going on in your life, they will create a narrative about your life to make them feel comfortable in their own life. Let me explain that to you. People will say whatever it is when they do the whole thing. Oh, she must be doing this. I put a for sale sign in front of my house. We'll use that example. Oh, well, she went through a divorce, so she about to lose it all. That's not the case at all. I was building a whole house, 4,000 square foot home on 4 acres of land. But see, you sitting here, I'm spitting, but you sitting here too busy in your gossip, too busy in your, here's a narrative of what's probably going on. You had no idea. And it wasn't for me to speak on it. It was for me to just operate and allow you to do your job. The enemy's job is to tear you down, talk about you, and drag you through the mud. That is the enemy's job. Your job is to continue to move forward. When it's time for people to see your wins, then it will be time. Until then, keep it all to yourself. And I kept it all to myself. Now, I was over here booming. I was walking around here with real smiles on my face. I had a girl one time in the gym. She's like, you is glowing. She had no idea I was so rich. She had no idea the things and the foundations that I was laying. She had no idea what was going on with me. But she seen the glow in me. But you know what my little hater did? That's a fake happy because she's selling the house. I mean, that joker, I had somebody drive. I know who it was. I just never said nothing to this day. I never said nothing to this day. It was in the wee hours. I had somebody drive their car and knock over my garbage can and drive in my yard. Ain't that crazy? All because they were not happy at who I am and how successful I am. Because they couldn't figure me out, because they wanted to create a narrative about my life. It did not fit with them. So, listen. This is what I need y'all to understand. Allow people to be who they are. Allow people to do the things that they do. Allow people to talk the noise that they talk. Allow people to do whatever it is that they want to do, but you just continue to do you, okay? I'm talking to you guys that have been, ran through the mud, dragged, kicked while you were down. People spinning, grinning your face. Fake flexing. Having you in your head like, well, God, why not me? Why everybody doing this and I'm doing good by people? Why is this happening to me? Well, it's happening to you because of the fact he's teaching you how to keep what it is that he's about to bless you with. See, them over there, they with the PPP loans. So those are the ones that's just going to spend the money real fast, and they're going to get what they need to get and spend it real fast, and it's going to be gone. See, what I'm teaching you, daughter, what I'm teaching you is how to get the generational wealth, how to make it keep coming year after year after year for generations and generations and generations to come. I'm instilling something in you, so therefore you can leave a legacy behind. These are the things that are going to multiply, because I am God. I'm going to always add to your life and multiply the things that you have. See, what the enemy had was with the PPP loan. What they got is they got the subtraction and the division. Everything is subtracted. Everything was taken away. Everything was this, and then divided into, hey, you got to pay this back. And which is going to subtract from their lives. Because they can't pay it back, then they got to subtract time from their lives, because they got to go sit in somebody's jail. Or they subtract from their bank accounts or whatever, garnishing of the checks, because they get to pay it back. When what God give us, it is to multiply. It is to add to our life and multiply tenfold. Constant. In rotation. Constant rotation. Constant rotation. And that's what you have to understand and realize, that that's what it means to pour into yourself and focus on what it is that God have for you, to stand in your purpose, to stand in your power. That's what that means. Oh, Keisha, I didn't even get to tell you, hey, I know you came through here. So, like I say, I come on here and I be tired. I be really tired. And I hadn't been on here for a while because, I just really, sometimes I have to wait a while. I want to make sure I'm giving an actual message. I want to make sure that what I say is actually going to help you in the long run. It's going to get you to the next level. It's going to help promote you and make you the better version of yourself. We can talk about me all day. I just use my story as a testimony to show you and let you know this is how you need to handle these situations. In different seasons of your life, you're going to go through things, and there's going to always be a crowd of people that's going to have something to say. There's going to always be that one friend that know exactly what's going on in your life, that you considered a friend, that knows exactly what's going on in your life, that knows exactly that you're not, losing it all, that knows exactly all these things. But that one friend that you think is your friend is going to link up with the rest of them and say, I don't know nothing about, yeah, and they'll agree with anybody else, but they don't know you. Just like, remember, Jesus said when the rooster crows 3 times, you will deny me. All his friends, they was ride or dies with him all the way to the end. All the way to the end, they ride or die, ride or die, ride or die, ride or die. They went left with him. They went right with him. They did all these different things. They came, they chopped off the man's ear. They like, no, you're not going to touch our Lord. They're doing all this stuff. They, and every time that he asked them and needed them for something, guess what? They could not show up. Thank you so much for the flowers. They did not show up. Thank you so much. They did not show up. They couldn't get there. They couldn't do just the little things. He said, pray for me. They couldn't do that. When they was on the water and the storm was coming, they screamed. They just couldn't be calm and trust in him. But what they was doing, hollering and screaming, the boat about to flip over. Lord, this is the third about to happen. But he said, hey, come on to me. He said, okay, I'm walking on water. And then all of a sudden he realized, I don't trust you, and he started sinking. Every time that he needed them, they failed him. When Judas left, he went off and told the people, brought the people back. Every time he needed them, because they were supposed to be his friends, they failed him. And then they had the nerve to try and stand up. I'm going to slice your ear. You don't take my Lord. And God, he just put that back like here. There go your ear. Because this dude's a clown. Because he not my real friend. Because watch, let me show you. Thank you for the follow. Let me show you. Because now you at the doggone trying to get your hands warm. You at the burning pit talking about some. And everybody like, hey, that's one of his followers. And you like, I don't know him. I do not know of this man. I don't know him. See, when he needed you, you could have helped him carry the cross. But you was too scared. But he knew that about you anyway. In the same way, in this season, you guys are getting the spirit of discernment. And in the spirit of discernment, you're getting the red. You're able to see the things in people that know that this is not your friend. This person is coming up against you. And in this season, this is when you need to learn. You need to reel it in. And it's going to hurt because these same people that sit around you, watch you go through it, called themselves being a friend, being there when you needed somebody to talk to. They was a listening ear. And they was a listening ear. When you were out there in the garden planting and everything, they was helping you plant and you telling them all your business. But what they did was took all your business and went and planted that seed all around the town and to anybody that listened to make you look bad to tell all your business. But now you hurt. You crying. You feel some type of way because it's supposed to be your friend. Thank you for the likes. You feel a type of way. This is supposed to be your friend. Well, guess what? This is when you learn discernment and understand that do not react. Do not engage. Once you realize that's what it is, you cut them off immediately. That's when they're going to create another narrative. They might even say, oh, she stopped talking to me because she's jealous of me. I mean, it'd just be some of the wildest things that you may hear. Somebody that looked like somebody that moonwalked on their face and they talking about somebody, she stopped talking to me because she's jealous of me. I mean, you'd be surprised. You really surprised. But don't engage. You just continue to be who you are. You continue to stay focused while God teach you what it is that you need to learn. Thanks, Coach Key. I don't have my glasses, so I can't really see. Thank you for the likes. But that's what happens. And you allow those people to be who they are. You focus on you because he's teaching you something else. In this season, everything is being unlocked for you. I'm not going to be like everybody else and say, oh, your 2025 about to be lit. Well, it may not be lit. It may be lit in a whole nother way. It may be lit in then, you know how we go through the thing. the spiritual awakening, the when God tell us it's time and we surrender and he begins to teach us stuff, that'd be a rough year. That'd be a rough time. That'd be a rough time. It ain't easy. Man, he reveals some things to you. He will reveal some things to you. He will have you seeing things and people for who they are. And the fact that he needs you to grow, you're going to grow. You're going to grow. I'm sorry, I'm so close up in the camera. But you're going to grow and you're going to grow and you're going to grow. And it's going to hurt and it's going to hurt and it's going to hurt. Let me explain something to you. When I went through what I went through, when it was time for God to reel me in, when he reeled me in and he put me into my purpose, it hurted. It was nothing anybody could do for me. It did not matter how bad I cried. And I'm like, God, I need somebody. I want a hug. People don't understand when they seen me, I really just wanted a hug. They didn't understand when I was slimming down. Yeah, I was in the gym and I was cutting up, but at the same time I was slimming down because of the things that I wanted to eat no longer I desire. I went on a fast. I went on a no meat journey. I went on a no alcohol journey. I went through these different changes in my life because he needed me to get to a point that I didn't depend on no one but him. When I go through things, do not get alcohol to depend on. Don't go to food to depend on. Don't go to a man to depend on, because he started bringing them left and right into my life, and they was irritating me and tearing me up because of the fact I can't stand you. I can't stand you now because of the things that you're saying. The stuff that I used to let you say, it bothers me now. And now he wants me to understand I can't go chin checking folks. You can't go doing what you used to do, Coach Nye. You got to pull back. See, at the time I wasn't Coach Nye. I was just Naisha, and that was it. That was it. That was all, and that was it. Call me Nye. If you know me real good, call me Isha. If you don't know me like that, call me Naisha. And if you don't know me like that, don't talk to me. That's who I was. But when I became Coach Nye, is when everybody got the best version of me. Everybody got the best version of me. They didn't get the hurt version of me. They didn't get the cycles of me. The 12 or 16 personalities that I would let show up depending on where I am. This person may show up. This person may. No, what they got was the best version of me. What they got is the calm one of me. What they got is a conversation. For me, seeing things like rainbows, because it is rainbows. It's love. Because all this chaos and everything that's going on in the world right now has nothing to do with me. I don't care nothing about no politics. I don't care nothing about nothing. All I care about is how many people can I teach love to? Before you exit out of this world, I want you to know what love is. True love. Before I exit out of this world, I want to know what it means to be truly loved. And I'm not talking about from no man. See, a lot of people, let's talk about the self-love. They think like, well, before I go, I want to know what love is. Well, you'll know what it is because it's been in you. See, the whole time my kids have been showing me what love really was, but I was looking at it as, no, I understand. My kids love me. Yeah, because I'm their mom, but I want a man to love me. Man, they're men. I don't need a man to love me. I need me to love me. And then that man can come in. And then I'll know how to love on myself. And then I'll know how to not be clingy to that man, dependent on that man. I know not to look at that man like, hey, you need to make me happy. I know that I don't have to talk to you every day on the phone to feel something because I'm trying to fill a gap. And see, that's the thing with men. They don't understand that when we reach out and when we got everything in the world, all we need is time. But see, something happened in that healing. I don't need your time. I like this song. I don't need your time. Your time ain't good enough for me. I need me. I need me. Not in a selfish way. Not in a self-centered way. I need to be pleasing myself. Meaning that I'm comfortable. I'm not just comfortable because I used to be like this. Like, yeah, I'll date you, but you need to get a hobby because I'm not your hobby. And I meant that. I'm not your hobby. You better go plant some flowers like I do. And I meant that. But now I understand this. Yeah, I'm going to have a hobby and you better have a hobby too. However, I allow you to be who you are because you're going to treat me according to how I treat myself. So now that I've healed and I've set boundaries and I'm showing people, I don't have to show you anything. I don't have to do anything. All I have to do is show up, because when I show up, you already going to know how to treat me. See, I'm not going to show up with the, hey, well, okay, what do you want to do? What do you want to eat? I don't know. Wherever you want to take me to eat, I don't know. No, I ain't doing that. No. I'm not doing the, well, do you want me to meet you or are you going to pick me up? 9 times 10, I'm dry myself. If I'm dating you, fresh dating you, I need to, see, I was raised by a man. My daddy. I was raised like a tomboy. So my whole thing is, no, I take myself and then I'm going to back up in my parking spot because I need to jump out of this. See, it's a different thing. That's why I say you don't know people until you know people. You got to know what people been through. Do you understand? I'm in my feminine energy, in my heels, reversing back because I need to get up out of a situation. I should never be in a situation that I can't get out of in less than, for me, 10 seconds, because all I need to do is turn the car on and pull the hell off. Do you understand? So I'm not dependent on nobody to take care of me. The thing is, having a man, this is where we get it twisted. Women, when you can take care of yourself and you can handle your business and stand in your feminine energy and handle your business and not go back and forth with a man, because we're not doing that. We're not going back and forth with a man. That's stupid. Any man that goes back and forth with a woman, then I guess the same, right? Then I need to have a conversation with you just like you a woman. No. So the thing is this. So now I'm in my feminine energy. I'm doing what I need to do. Thank you for the follow. I'm doing what I need to do. And yes, you're absolutely right. And I'm doing what I need to do. I'm handling my business. I'm doing this. I don't need a man to make me whole. And that's part of the healing. And that's part of the healing that I had to go through. I had to go through because I lost my father, the best person in my life, the man in my life. The best person there is. I lost him. So now I need to fill him up. And I was looking for that love in some other man because I need this love. But I realized I don't need you at all because you're stupid. I don't want nothing about it. I don't want nothing to do with you because all you doing is pissing me off with all these games to be played. I don't play games, so go find you somebody else. But when you get in a relationship as a healed woman, as a healed man, when you get in a relationship, right? It's different from before. It's different from before. This time, you understand the partnership. Like you do you. I don't have to tell you I need time because you're going to give me that anyway. Because my boundaries and everything about me say, this chick needs some time. You're going to know when to give me my time. If I got to ask you for it, then it's a problem. Vice versa. If my man got to ask me for it, then it's a problem. My priorities are messed up. But now I go into everything that I do with boundaries. Boundaries. I don't sit with my man now and do the whole, look at me telling all my business. I just said I'm dating, right? But anyway, whatever. We'll talk about that another time. But what I'm saying is I don't have a man, right? But in that situation of dating, it's like, okay, you want to link with me somewhere, take me somewhere, okay, cool. You plan it. You ask me to go with you. You plan it. I know, twin, I'm over here telling all my business, ain't it? You plan it. You ask me to go somewhere and I got to plan it. And I got to, no, you plan it. If I want to take you out, I'm not going to say, hey, pick somewhere to go. I'll meet you there. No. If I want you around me, then I'll plan something like, hey, go here. Would you like to go? That's the type of person I am. Would you like to go? But if we're in a relationship, then I would do more of, okay, what you got going on this day? What you got going on this time? Okay, this is where I would like to take. So what's wrong with a man saying, hey, but you know what irritates me the most is when a man tell you he gonna take you somewhere and you're like, all right, cool. And You say about 9 o'clock and he don't get there till 11. See, that's stupid to me. Do not play with. See, the thing is, I'm military. I'm ex-military, so therefore time is everything for me. Do not tell me you gonna come here at 9, and it's always the ones that love to smoke. Y'all have no, when it come to time, it does not, I don't know what it is with you don't smoke. If you planning something with me, just don't smoke and set a time. Because I don't know, time is an illusion with y'all. Because you tell me, I had a guy tell me, be ready at 9, I'm gonna be ready at 9. I'm ready at 9. I'm ready at 9. Like dang near about to be outside. Like, look, you ain't ringing no bell because I'm hungry. Okay, check on them. Hey, you good? Yeah, I'm on my way. Because that's all you smokers, that's what y'all say. I'm on my way. It was almost 11 o'clock. And that joker showed up. I'm not going anywhere with you. And I'm a grown up. I can go out if I want to after hours. But I'm not. Because now I'm mad. I don't play like that. Find somebody else to play with. Because my time is very valuable. Because I have children. If I take the time on my busy schedule to come and hang out with you, do not waste my time. Do not waste my time. And those are the type of boundaries that you have to learn to have. So like I said, this was something I had to learn. I went through a season of learning things. And learning about myself, how I was neglecting myself, how, where I played the fault in relationships, because you know how we always say like, oh, he did. No, what did I do? At the end of the day, I stopped focusing on what a person did to me and I started taking accountability of what part did I play in this situation. And that's part of healing. You have to look at what part did you play in this situation? Because sometimes, hey, Michael. Hi. Hello. Hi, Michael. But sometimes it be us. It's us. Because how do we respond? Somebody can say something stupid all day. They can react stupidly all day. They can do all these stupidly. Is that a word? Anyway, they can do all these things all day, just be negative and nasty people all day. How do you respond? And that's what I had to learn. Stop doing the whoa, it's me. Whoa, it's me. Me. This happened to me. No. How did I respond? And how did I get here? How did I get to a place where a person felt comfortable to disrespect me? Listen, let me tell you something. All last year, I was disrespected. I think the whole year was about me being disrespected. I really believe the whole year was about me being disrespected. And in that year, but God was teaching me something. How to respond to it. Because people will disrespect you. Why were they so comfortable with disrespecting me? I really felt like, wait a minute now, I didn't think it was possible that nobody could disrespect me the way I was being disrespected. I thought when people see me, I really thought I read, try me. I really thought that's what read. When you see me, that's what read. No, what was read is, please try me. I am the weakest link. Please try me. Because when I say last year was the year to be disrespected, I was. And I'm not going to lie. I went home. I would go home. I would cry. Again and again, Cindy, you remember. Listen, I would cry because I'm mad. I'm like, God, I want to beat up everybody. Please, God, tell me what to do. Because I know I was going through something. But see, those people didn't know I was going through something. Those people didn't know that I was on a healing journey. Those people didn't know that I was being awakened to something else, to my purpose, right? They didn't understand that. But I understood it. So I had to respond differently. He was teaching me how to respond. He was teaching me how to respond. How are you going to respond? When these people come to you, how are you going to respond? Because when he get ready to put me into the limelight, when he get ready to put me on the stages, when he got ready to put me in the different places, even on this platform, when people would come in live and say some crazy stuff, how would I respond? See, he had to prepare me then When I was started collaborating with other people, people would come in and they may even get on to the person I'm collaborating with. We could be on the podcast and collaborating, and they may say something negative to them. See, before me, I'm a protector, so I'm going to jump in and say something. But no, he was teaching me last year. Man, he did it so fast. Teaching me how to respond. And in the mix of me responding, I gotten better and better to the point that I don't care. I don't care what's on the other side of me. On the other side of me is low vibration. I don't care what's going on in that world. I'm not a part of that world. They can gossip about me. They can make up their lies. They can tell their story. They can do whatever it is that they want to do about me over there. A lot of them, guess what? I'm a flex. Why wouldn't they talk about me? Why wouldn't the people that I dated sit and gossip and say negative things about me? I'm the flex. I probably was the best thing they ever dated. But why do I care? That's where you have to get to that point of not caring what people think, what people say, how people react, how people do you don't care about that. You stay on this side. On this side is the high vibration. On this side is the winners. On this side is the ones that succeed. On this side is the ones that's really flexing for real in real life, not faking it until they make it, but actually flexing in real life. On this side, we're holding everything that we're doing. We're staying real quiet about it. And the reason why we got to stay quiet about it is because it's about to blow up. And see, the things about it is when God get ready to bless you, this is when all that everything, it just boils over. Everybody start attacking you from left to right. And as I talk about that, the reason why people do that, you know why they do that? What they do that is because it's the enemy. The enemy, when things start going wrong and start going left and start going just haywire, that's the enemy throwing a temper tantrum. And the reason why the enemy throws a temper tantrum is because he needs to stop you before you start standing in your power. If you start operating in your power, then he's in trouble, because if you start operating in your power, then that's going to cause somebody else to see you and want to do the same thing. See, when I show up, it's in the midnight hour. When Coach Nye come on live in the late night, and then in the midnight hour, guess what happened? Change coming, because it can be 40 people up in here. At least 2 of them is going to take what I said and want to change and be a better version of themselves. And that is the whole purpose of everything. You have to be a leader in this season. In this season, this is the frequency of love. In this season, you have to be in your purpose. How do you stand in your purpose? How do you stand in your power? You are powerful. It's when you learn who you are. You can't speak and teach from a place of not knowing. You got to either been through it. And a lot of us been through it. We just don't know how to operate. We don't know how to keep it going. We don't know how to stay focused. We don't know how to, when they say, go heal, go do this, go. Well, what does that even mean? What does that mean? Right? We don't know what that means. We don't know what it really means. I'm just saying, you have to want to be the best version of yourself. How many of y'all right now, I'm talking to the ones that's been on the fence about becoming the better version of themselves. That's been on the fence of, well, I feel like I'm supposed to be doing this. I feel like I'm supposed to be doing that. You get to the point that you confused because you hear a lot about the spirituality. Then you hear about, the religion. Then you going off of what you know. You done been to church all these years. You done been in the church and you still don't feel some kind of way. But let me explain something to you. When you go to the church, because the church is you. So when you go to the house of worship, it is not how it's supposed to be. It is not what it's supposed to be. It is not being led the way it's supposed to be led. It is not, and it's okay. Jacob Brown, stay on, okay? Or I'm gonna inbox you. Inbox me so I can connect with you. So these people, they don't know nothing. All they know is about what they grew up with. They was told to do this. See, the deacons are not putting down the law and bringing structure and doing the things that they supposed to be doing. They just going along with everything else, and you confused. You go to church, and as I always talk about, that one time that they go to church, right? And they feeling real good. It done happened to me plenty of times. You leave up out of church, you be happy. You be like, yes, it was a good service. This service was so good. And I said in the third, I feel so good. You leave out of there beating your chest. You feel strong. You feel real good. And the moment somebody asks you what they preach about, you like, I don't remember. I don't remember. You don't remember. You know why you don't remember? Because your flesh was fed. Your spirit wasn't fed. See, when your spirit is fed, it's so happy to tell what it is. Matter of fact, when they get ready to tell what happened at church, they start off with the scripture. Oh, from scripture such and such, this is where it came from. See? So now I'm talking to the ones that's confused on what am I supposed to be doing? I don't even know what's going on right now. I don't know what's going on in my life. I'm talking to the ones that they so fed up with everything and everybody coming for them. I'm talking to those ones that's been sitting back, feeling a type of way in this season, feeling lonely, feeling like they done lost something. See me now, I see you. See me now. See me later. But yeah, I'm talking to those ones because y'all need guidance. Y'all just need, it's not even that you need to be led. You just need to be put on, just somebody put you on. You just want to get on the yellow brick road. Just get me to the yellow brick road. I'll figure it all out. And that's what this platform is about. I'm just going to put you at the start. That's where you need to be, at the start. You're trying to navigate. You'll find your way through the forest. You just got to be at the start. And once you get to the start, then you realize the start is the self-love, going within, healing within. But see, what happens is when you get at the start, what I need you to understand, when you get to that point, you're in charge of what your life about to look like. At the start, once you get on the yellow brick road, once you get there, this is the moment that you don't look left, you don't look right, you don't ask anybody, you don't lean on nobody, you don't do anything. You just go straight within. Go within God. Go within. God is within you. Go within, because now you are creating your life. Thank you for the follow. You're creating your life. You're about to create what you want your life to be like, not what nobody else want to look like. And it is just that simple, but you got to get to the point of you need to start. And sometimes some people need to know, where do I start? Somebody help me get to the start. That's where you need to be, and it's okay. I'm going to help you get to the start. It's all in here. Once I got to the start, and I had to go through the toughest part, which was relearning, unlearning everything that was taught to me, and learning everything that God needed me to learn. That was the key. Unlearn everything that you were taught spiritually. That's where it is. Because everything starts spiritually. Unlearn it all, what you were taught, and get to know God for yourself. Once you get to know him for yourself, you can only get to know him from yourself by going within. Right? Go within. That's why he gave us a comforter. That's why he gave us the Holy Spirit, to go within. Talk to it. It'll talk back. So when you do that, that's getting you at the start. And when you get to the start, the Bible says, right? It talks about, don't think about tomorrow, yesterday. Basically, stay in the present. That's what you're going to learn, is how to stay in the present. Because when you're in the present, that's when you birth the future. You cannot birth the future in the future. Or in the past. In the present is when you birth your future. So meaning, example, me, when I finally got to the start, I knew what I wanted in life. I had my goals. I understood my purpose, and I got my goals. Now, it's time for me to work. It is time for me to work. And with that, it does not mean working my fingers to the bone, being exhausted, being anything. No, nothing was hard for me, because God gave me everything that I needed. Everything that I needed just landed in my lap. I didn't have to work hard for anything. Only thing that I needed to do is just to stand in my purpose. Stand right here. That was it. At my start. Go. I didn't have to run. At first, I started off running. I ain't gonna lie. I started off running. I mean, I was knocking stuff out the box. Like, okay, I already know. Boom, got the book out the way. Got the programs out the way. Got the website, got all these things. And I'm doing all this stuff by myself, right? And I'm getting it all done. I got this, and I got this, and I got this. And then I'm here in the waiting season. because I jumped from the present to the future. I knew what the end goal was. So I had to come back. And I had to let everything that I did catch up to where I am right now. And that's why I'm in labor now. She's in labor. Mic check, mic check. She's in labor. Yes, I'm in labor now. I'm about to give birth to y'all nieces and nephews. That's actually going to help you on your journey. Nieces and nephews, my ideas, projects. That's going to help you guys. It is time for me to elevate. It is time for me to step from where I am now, right? Where I am now, I thought, like, this is great. Listen, let me explain something to y'all. Where I am right now, this is great. I like it here. But it's more for me. And in order to do his work and stand in my purpose and to help heal and to bring others and to help others, I have to shed this and step into my next level. And that is what I will birth. And it's not going to be me coming on here saying, I got this and I didn't know. You're just going to see it. You're going to see it. And that's where you have to be. You got to get to the point that stop telling people or wanting people to see where you at. They don't need to see. They're going to feel it. But I'm not a person, a get back person. So I don't care if people feel it or don't feel it. And it's so funny that I don't even think like, I never think like, oh, you know, everybody that did me wrong, I'm about to. No, I don't even think like that. And this is before I was healed. I've just always been this person. But when you become healed, you really don't think like that. You forget all about all the people that did you wrong until they resurface. And you're like, this guy. And then it's what you gonna do? What you gonna do? You gonna give them nasty attitudes? Or you gonna be like, hey, look at you, all grown up. Hey, I'm so proud of you. Look at you. I like your eyes. Oh my God. You know what I mean? What are you gonna do? Or are you gonna be nasty to that person? You got to do what you are called to do. You got to stay focused, okay? Yeah, I ain't got no glasses. So yeah. So in this season, my job is to continue to lay the foundation. So you guys, y'all are at the start. And the start is me telling you, you need to go within. If you guys would like to book a life coach session with me, the link is in the bio. And if there's no slots open, email me. And we can go from there. But the whole purpose is to make sure that you guys are at your start position. And when you start stepping into your purpose, then you'll be just like me. I get attacked every day. The enemy comes and find me because the enemy don't want me to put out the information I'm supposed to be putting out to you. He don't want that. He don't want that at all. So what does he do? He comes up against me, but I know how to fight him now, so it's not a big deal. It is not a big deal at all. So I want you guys to stay focused. And remember to pour into yourself before you pour into others. And if no one told you, I love you. Hey, Jacob Brown, 398. Do you still want me to pray for you? Or do you want to do it offline? Okay. So he didn't respond. So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. Let me see who we got here. I love y'all. I'm proud of y'all. I want y'all to have a good night. And hopefully I'll be on here tomorrow and chat with you guys. All right. Coach Nye out.